Good morning, USA! Welcome to today's Stories from Our Flag for Thursday, April 9th, 2020. As you can see, it's a beautiful day out here in sunny Colorado. Beautiful Thursday morning. And to start things off, before we get to today's Story from Our Flag, which is about space travel. Space travel back in 1959, how we got started in it, and space travel today with who back then was our arch rival in space travel, the Russians. We're actually traveling with them today. Who'd have guessed? But that may not last with our U.S. Space Force. Who knows? All right, let's kick it off with our reveille and flag raising. What do you do at the flag raising? Just like you do at the pledge, you stand, put your hand on your heart, and when the flag raising's over, you carry on. Here we go. All right, good flag raising. So what are we flying there today? Can anybody recognize that flag, the second flag? Of course you can recognize the American flag. The second flag, let's see if I get in the right spot here, is the U.S. Coast Guard flag. We usually fly that on Thursdays. Mondays the Army flag, Tuesdays Navy, Wednesday Air Force, today Coast Guard. And obviously I do it in honor of all the Coast Guard sailors. But for me it's special because I've got a cousin, Colin Sweeney, who serves in our U.S. Coast Guard. Did his first deployment just a few months ago for, I think it was 9 months out at Guantanamo Bay. And so that's just something I like to do, recognize our U.S. Armed Forces each day of the week by flying their flag under our U.S. flag. So let's kick it off with today's Stories from Our Flag for Thursday, April 9th. It's a big day in American space travel history. On this date, well, first, Sean, before you do that, you got to tell us where the flag is at half staff today. Come on, man, wake up. All right, where's our flag at U.S.? Where's our U.S. flag at half staff today? Our flag is at half staff in the states of New York, Connecticut, and New Jersey, honoring our COVID-19 victims. Kids out there, that's the coronavirus. It's also in Pennsylvania, their state flag. The state flag only is flying at half staff. Not the U.S. flag, state flag only in Pennsylvania. So those 4 states are honoring our COVID-19 victims to date. We also have half staffs in the county of Riverside, California, Hutchinson, Texas, for some fallen patriots. I refer to those as our military and first responders who have died in the line of duty. And then also the Indiana governor called for all flags at Purdue and Indiana University campuses to fly at half staff today. You can find out the details by going onto our app, going onto our website, flagsteward.org, find out the details, see the map, find out about the honorees for today. So today's story from our flag, Americans in Space Then and Now. Don't know if you can be able to see this very well. Try and shade it. But that is our Mercury 7, all right? Again, you can go to flagsteward.org, check out today's stories from our flag. The Mercury 7 on this date, 1959, that's 61 years ago today. We introduced the Mercury 7, which was the first 7 astronauts in our NASA program. Basically, they were in a space race against Russia to be the first ones not only in space but get to the moon. And surprisingly, not only were we the first to the moon, we're still the only country that's made it to the moon. And then today, interestingly enough, we're actually flying with our then arch rivals, the Russians. We're flying with 2 Russians. We're launching, or have launched this morning, on a rocket out of Russia to the International Space Station with 2 Russians and 1 American, Chris Cassidy, on board. Everything was successful. You can see the launch. It was offered live this morning. We can see the on-demand version of that launch here on flagsteward.org, on today's page, on the app. But I'll tell you what, hey, given the fact that, yeah, right now we might be flying with those Russians, but um, who's to say that's going to continue now that we have our own sixth branch of the U.S. Armed Forces? Yes, we have a U.S. Space Force. It started officially December 20th of 2019, just a few months ago. And we're going to be out there defending our freedoms not only on Earth now, but internationally. Not internationally, interstellar. The U.S. Space Force, again, you look on our website, the U.S. Space Force. That logo looks interestingly similar to old Star Trek. So, I thought that was pretty funny. All right, let's finish up now by reciting our Pledge of Allegiance. I think you all know how to do that. You got to stand, place your hand upon your heart, and recite the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, that's it, kids. Citizens, everybody out there, thanks for being part of today's Pledge of Allegiance ceremony. Remember, united we stand, united we recite, united we will overcome. Have a good day. And remember, in God we trust.